Hello and welcome everybody, and this is like a yet amazing video, and this is very short on the day of Guru Purnima. So on this auspicious day, I really wanted to acknowledge first of all my mentors who helped me in my journey. There are many known and many unknown mentors throughout this journey who helped me achieve what I am today. And it's a continuous journey, and I'm sure all of you will also resonate with that. So what I wanted to share today in this quick video is a shortcut to success and investing. In life and investing, if you want to, accelerate your journey and achieve success, that is where you need to think smarter and use all the technology, mentors and people around you in a smart way. I would not say use, but leverage and get a lot of insights from that. And that is what I am going to crack through my journey. And I'm going to talk about very simple concept, that can actually speed up your results by, say 2x, 3x, or even 10x sometimes, or even faster if you are a fast implementer. There is actually a shortcut to success, which I've found out. Although people say that there are no shortcuts to success and, there is no overnight thing that, you can get in order to achieve any kind of results. But what I've found is if we walk the path of successful people, that is where we also accelerate our journey, right? So that is like just one simple thing you should follow to get better results, faster results and safer results, because that is where, you don't need to repeat the mistakes of other people. As Charlie Munger has rightly said, you don't need to pee on electric fence to know not to do it, right? So that is exactly what I'm talking about. And if I talk about my story, I've done a lot of things in very less time. And initially I was not like that. I've done all the hard work, did all the grinding, and then figured out, oh, this is not the right way to do it. I should probably do it in a better way. But then I figured out, that if somebody has already gone through that grind, if somebody has already done that process, why am I spending so much time in understanding the exact same thing? Right? So that is where one of the key reason, I attended so many different things. Best decision in my journey was doing MBA in capital markets, right? So not many people know it, but in 2008 or 7, when I started my journey, I started with intraday and F&O, and it was really painful process. I used to even lose my entire month's salary in like 1 or 2 days. And that time it was like very crude way of doing it, just watching some tips on TV and just watching some news and abruptly taking something and doing all the stuff. And then later on, when I started my investing journey, same thing happened. And that's where I probably, realized that I'm not doing something right. And that's where I took that decision 2010 when I joined MBA in capital markets with Narsimunji Mumbai, and understood from right mentors, right experts in different fields like SEBI laws, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and whatever you see on my blog or you listen on my podcast, whatever you see on the YouTube channel, it is all thanks to them. All those experts who told me the right way to do it. And that is where, I'm passing on that knowledge to all of you, right? So getting that clarity by getting in touch with right kind of mentors and teachers is really a shortcut to success. So what I did is probably I took like a loan, and I almost ended up spending 20 lakh during those 2 years, including my accommodation in Mumbai and everything. But those 20 lakh was something that I paid off to learn and accelerate my journey. Right. And that has paid off multifold. If I talk about 1 or 2 companies that made multi-bagger returns, that itself covered all the costs that I incurred in that 2 years itself. Okay. Although I have spent a lot of other, places also. I've done my CFA level 1, level 2, level 3. Now I'm a CFA charter holder after meeting all the, work experience requirements. But that itself also costed me more than, 2 lakh rupees. And I learned from different authors in terms of how to do things, how exactly to create portfolio, and a lot of other things within that curriculum. And that helped me a lot. Although, when I spent that 2 lakh rupees, it was a big amount because I was also studying and I also paid up for my level 1 and level 2 that time during 2010-12. But I'm glad that I did that, So that is where we need to think about accelerating our journey, and you can figure out on your own. Eventually you will discover that the gap, right, which is there between doing yourself, figuring it out 5 years down the line, making so many mistakes, burning your money. If you think about the cost benefit analysis, it's always and always better to pay upfront. And I'm not saying do that with everybody. You need to be very, very prudent in terms of choosing a right mentor and a right teacher, because there are a lot of fake people in the industry. So those who are implementing and practitioners themselves, you need to learn from them. Otherwise, you might also just get those theoretical things, and you might end up into even bad shape after doing that kind of mentorship. So be in a proximity of right kind of mentors, learn from them. If needed, just pay for it. And that is what one of my mentors said, the amount of money you pay, that is the kind of quality of service you receive. In today's time and age, there is no dearth of information. You can swim on YouTube for many days together and end up getting much more confused. And I would like to share, some of the quotation which one of my friend whom I've done a podcast with, also author of Joys of Compounding, he has shared some of the thoughts today itself. Fortunately, what a coincidence, on Twitter. So I'll just share those thoughts with all of you guys, and you can understand what I'm talking about. So the first tweet he has done is information overload in the today's time and age is the new problem. What we need in today's time and age from mentors, as he said, from quoting Nate Silver, is that information is no longer a scarce commodity. In fact, it's abundant. It's across, as I said. We have more of it than we know what to do with it. And that is exactly where you need mentor, because mentors will tell you what to do with information and how to implement a different kind of information and what kind of information you need, right? Because if something you can watch for like 20 hours, that same thing can be curated by a mentor and crystallized in 20 minutes. You don't need to spend those remaining 19 hours. Right. So that is what the second tweet also Gautam Bed has written from Herbert Simon. A wealth of information creates poverty of attention, because actually when you consume a lot more information, it actually creates poverty of attention. So that is where again your mentor or guru will help you understand that where you need to focus and how much information you need to focus. Third, he has rightly said again, we are drowning in information while starving for wisdom. And this is where, you do whatever you want, but only and only a real mentor or real guru can give you the wisdom. Information, there is no problem around it. But that aha moment, that bulb on moment, that is where your mentors will able to help you. They will be able to give you information at the right time, think critically about it, and make important choices wisely. That is what your mentor will help you. And finally, he writes, the Gautam Bed writes here from quoting Yuval Noah, in the past, censorship worked by blocking the flow of information. But in today's time and age, we can share information anywhere on WhatsApp, on Twitter, and it's flooding, so the irrelevant information is flooding everywhere. So it is no more about excess of data. It is about what to ignore. Yeah. And that again, as I said, only people who have been through this journey, they will be able to tell you that what you should ignore and what you should consume. Okay, because consumption is easy, you can consume n number of lessons, n number of data points across everywhere on internet. But the difficult part is implementation and very, very step-by-step guidance in terms of what you need, what all you need to ignore, where you need to focus, and what you need to implement. Yeah, so use your money to get the expertise of right kind of people to accelerate your journey towards success. And I've been doing that across areas. So say for example, I just bought a MacBook couple of months back, and I, rather than spending time on figuring out how best to use it, I just called my friend Deepan and just told him, Deepan, let's sit for half an hour and tell me what all best practices I should follow when I'm using a MacBook. and he told me, and I'm smoothly using it. Same way, when I wanted to implement different things in terms of my money management, I just went to one of my friend who is expert into that. He gave me the steps, I implemented, and it's done. Same way, what I'm doing right now, the video which I'm producing right now, I'm not expert in digital marketing, or I'm not a professional YouTuber, but I have a friend who is a professional YouTuber. I told him, you tell me what kind of light to use, what kind of mic to use, and what kind of software to use, so that I don't spend time figuring it out. And I offered him some small party, and that was it. I paid for it, and it was done. So that is where, if you connect with right people in your network, if you find expert in a field, your job becomes a lot more easier, and you can focus on your core thing, which could be your job, or it could be your business, whatever you are doing. Spend time with your family, read books, whatever you love doing, but use money as a tool to buy expertise. Don't be like tight-fisted and think, I'll figure it out myself and spend so many number of hours, because it's not worth it, right? So getting a mentor is the only shortcut to success in today's time and age, and you can get multifold returns when you do that. And hope this video gave you a lot of clarity, right? And if you need to connect with me and understand a lot of compounding principles and investing principles where I am expert in, you can connect with me live. This is the link, technofunda.co/live. That's where you can connect. I'll also post this below this video as well, just in case you want to connect and meet me live. So that's it, guys, on this auspicious day of Guru Purnima. Thank you for watching, and hope this was a very, very value additive video for you, and hope you got that clarity in terms of how you can achieve your success in shortest possible time in the best possible way. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for a lot more such videos. Signing off, Vivek Mashrani here, this end. Bye-bye. Take care.